wanna play, they get a fireplace. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find inspiration. All I'm saying is you can do it.
Hi, I'm Jody Jordan from theblueeyedstamper.com, and I'd like to welcome you to my Bundle and Save series. This is where you combine 2 of the Stampin' Up! Products, and if you order them you can actually save 15%. And today we're going to do the Watercolored Wings stamp set with the Bold and Beautiful framelit size. So let's get started. The cardstocks that you're going to need are a regular card base in Tangerine Tango, and it is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. Then you're going to need a piece of the basic black, and that is 4 1/4 by 5 3/8. A piece of the Brights DSP, 4 by 5 1/4. A piece of Whisper White, 3 by 5, and a piece of window sheet at 2 5 inches. First thing we're going to do is grab the Big Shot, so let me get that and I'll be right back. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is grab that basic black sheet, and we're just going to take our die and cut 3 of those butterflies out of the very center, because we're still going to use this as a bordering piece on our card. We're going to do that again. Okay, and then the last time. Now what I wasn't showing you on camera was I'm going through and poking out all these little holes that's going to be in the die. Some people use a dryer sheet and that helps poke those out, but there isn't very many, so I'm just doing it by hand. So I'll be right back when I finish that. Okay, so now we got our 3 butterflies die cut and ready to be embossed, but before we do that I wanted to go ahead and apply the bases to our card. So let's do that. Now we'll do the same thing, apply the designer series paper. Now we're going to set that to the side. And we're going to bring in our piercing mat, because these are, the stamp set is photopolymer. We need the cushion from the mat. I'm going to bring in the Tangerine Tango ink pad. Go ahead and ink that up. Keep your sentiment over here to the right side. Okay. I'm going to bring back in the big shots and show you how we are going to die cut the edges here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to place our first butterfly right in the middle. And what I like to do is make sure that you have enough, because later on we're going to come in here and stamp the antennas. So you want to be able to have that on this white piece. So you want it to come off of the white cardstock, but just enough to where you can see where it's going to have the antennas there. And we're going to run that through. Remove that carefully. Now I'm going to go ahead and get all the stuff out of the die, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to apply the die cut and try to make enough room for our antenna to stamp again, and make sure it doesn't come off the paper right here, but it can come off the paper here. And we're going to run that through the big shot again. Remove that carefully. I'm going to remove the extra cardstock out of the wings, and I'll be right back. Okay, last time we're going to put that at the bottom here. Try to line it up with the other wings. Run that through. Remove it carefully. Now I'm going to get rid of the big shot, and I'll be right back. So we're going to bring back our Stampin' mat. We're going to bring our image, our piece that we just cut the wings out of, and we're going to bring in the stamp with the antennas. Now you can do Memento ink if you want, the black tuxedo Memento ink, but I'm going to use Versamark, and I'm going to heat emboss it. So we'll just stamp our wings on there. This. I'm going to bring in the embossing powder. Give it a little flick. Now one thing I didn't do is I didn't use my Embossing Buddy, and Embossing Buddy will get rid of any unwanted marks on here that you don't want. But I can fix it, usually pretty easy here. Let me get some more powder here. Definitely want to get rid of all these little teeny tiny pieces of embossing powder, because once you hit it with the heating tool, they will melt right on your paper and you'll be able to see it. So if you don't want it there, you need to get rid of it. Usually a little paintbrush or something, you can kind of get it out of there. Okay, I think that's good enough. So I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. Now we're going to attach that to our window sheet with our snail. And that edge is real fragile, so you want to try and get it as close as you can. Okay. Now we're going to put some Stampin' dimensionals on the back. Okay, we're going to apply it to our card base. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to heat and we're going to apply Versamark to our butterfly wings here. Now you can use any color. I used white with my very first card because it was, you know, I didn't think about using the center of the black cardstock that we used just to save paper. But either way, it'll cover up. I had to do it 2 times with the heat emboss tool. But I think it covers easier if you use black cardstock. But whatever scrap you have, it'll cover. It just might take a couple times. Okay. And then I'm gonna dig them out here, put them on a piece of foil. I really like this embossing powder because it makes it real shiny. Some embossing powders are glittery. It just depends on which ones you get. But the ones from Stampin' Up! Are real shiny. So we're going to hit that with the heat tool. And you'll start to see it get real shiny. going to use some multi-purpose glue, and you're going to stick your butterflies down inside to make sure you know exactly where you want to place your glue, or how far over you do or don't want to put it. Just apply it onto the back of your butterfly very lightly. This is a real tacky glue, so it sticks pretty good to anything. And just inlay it in. And just hold it. I'm really not liking the antennas. They didn't turn out very good. I didn't get enough Versamark on there, I think, or I brushed it off or something. So this is just a learning curve. You learn as you go. Okay, and then again with the second one. I may be able to go back in with the regular ink or more Versamark and fix it later, but you get the idea. You want to try and keep your glue from oozing, because if it oozes, it gets on that window sheet and then you can see it. And the last one. So I want to make sure that I give credit to the person that I cased this idea from. The lady's name is Catherine Puller. I found a video online on YouTube. She did with, it wasn't a Stampin' Up! Die, it was a different kind of die. It was a flower petal, and it was really pretty, and she did it with a watercolor background, but she called it the floating inlaid embossed die cuts. I've not seen this on YouTube, so I'm pretty sure she's come up with this idea, and as you can see, it really does look kind of cool. So that's how that turned out. So come back and visit me at theblueeyedstamper.com, and I will be sure to have more bundle and save cards and maybe scrapbook pages that I will post on my blog. Thanks. Oops, I forgot the best part. I don't know how I could have forgot to put on the bling. Make sure you put your bling on there, whether it be pearls or rhinestones. It really makes the card. And now it's all blinged out. Thanks for watching. Bye.